If you're tired of boring English grammar, study of painful memorization of vocabulary lists, and study of textbooks, I'm going to tell you how to learn English painlessly. I am here to help you so that you can learn English painlessly, and in the process, you will learn it more efficiently and more quickly. The science of language learning teaches us two basic truths. Truth number one, you cannot learn English using traditional methods. 40 years of language research tells us that no one has ever become fluent in any language by studying grammar and vocabulary and textbooks. So if you are struggling to learn English and you're frustrated with your progress, it's probably because you're using traditional methods. They call these the skill building method, and they teach that you have to consciously memorize grammar and vocabulary, and that the more you memorize it and the more you practice it, the better you will become, and eventually you will be fluent in English. The problem is, this is not true. It does not work. And so if you are frustrated, you've probably been taking classes and using apps and computer programs and reading books based on this traditional method, the skill-building method based on consciously trying to learn a language. It doesn't work. That's a problem. So if you can't learn English consciously with hard work and painful study, how do you learn English? Well, the science of language learning gives us a second basic truth, and that is, you acquire English when you understand messages. This is known as the comprehensible input theory of language learning. Comprehensible means understandable input is something you put into a computer or a person. It's information. So the comprehensible input method says you learn English when you understand things that you hear and when you understand messages that you read, and as you do that, you unconsciously begin to absorb the language. Your brain acquires or absorbs English unconsciously. There are thousands of English grammar rules and many, many tens of thousands of vocabulary words. You can never consciously learn enough grammar rules and vocabulary to become fluent in English. The only way you can do it is by exposing yourself as much as possible to English content, things you read, things you hear, that you understand. And the more enjoyable they are, the more rapidly you will acquire the language. This is how children learn languages. As a child, you didn't learn your native language by studying grammar. You didn't create vocabulary flashcards. Your parents spoke to you, and when you were little, as you understood what they said, your brain was absorbing your grammar. And then when you got older and you began to read, when you understood what you read, your brain also absorbed the grammar and the vocabulary, and you acquired the length your language. That's how you learn English. You learn English when you understand messages,